Does it say it in here? Yeah, it does. The only person who ever won the Grand Slam 2 years in a row. Your fourth and final feature poet for this evening is Shocky G. Shocky G is a talented spoken word poet known for her captivating performances and powerful words, true facts. As the 2022 and 2023 Grand Slam champion in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, she has proven her skill by winning multiple slam competitions, both online. Won a slam from Zoom while everyone else was in person. And in person. Her work has been featured in various publications, including, I love this. Okay, it's Read or Green, but it's like red or green, you know, red or green. It's really fun. Out Loud LGBTQ Anthology and American Graveyard Anti-Gun Violence Anthology. Nymeria Publishing's Descendants of Medusa Anthology, and her own self-published chapbook, Shattered Emotions, Scattered Thoughts. Shocky G recently released a full collection of her work called In Lieu of Flowers. You can still buy that online. All right, it's all on there. It's all on your homework. And Shocky recently released a full collection of her work titled In Lieu of Flowers, which promises to be a must-read for poetry lovers. You can catch her performing at open mics, workshops, and other events that allow her to connect with communities and share her passion for spoken word. I want you to welcome to this stage a force to be reckoned with, Shocky G!
There's absolutely no reason for that bio to be that long. How you guys feeling? You guys feeling good? It's almost over. I'll tell you this, you guys should be feeling great. You have done something that a lot of people are not able to do. And that is get me out of my house. Ever since the pandemic started, I do not leave my house. A function of that is I kind of just sit, and I'm pretty sure other people do too, looking up random facts, you know, like, can cows swim? And I'm just like searching, and if anyone cares, yes, they can. But I get really excited when I find things out, and I hit the group chat, and my friends are just like, okay. But I'm learning recently that people will listen to my poems. So I mix it together, so you guys are stuck listening to my facts tonight. All right? I hope that's okay. If not, I'm going to do it anyway. So, first fact. In areas where elephants are killed and maimed for their tusk, they have evolved so that 50% of females are now born without them. The trauma caused by humans has forced evolution. I stand in the mirror and wonder what parts of me my daughter will shed to survive. Part of me fears that maybe she has given up life at all, afraid of all the trauma I've had in this world. I think of my Uncle Bud, born blind, and I think maybe he did not want to see the injustices of this world, or those born deaf, if they thought the screams for freedom were far too deafening. It seems we carry more than babies in our wombs, which is to say, I am pregnant with grief. I carry lonely in my uterus as if it only belongs to me. Feel it kick, remind me of its presence. I often wish I could abort the pain, pray for a stillbirth. I wonder how often an elephant had to swallow fear before it became a fetus. How she looked at her tuskless daughter and wondered how she would fight back before realizing she wouldn't have to. How she could not change the world, so she gave birth to a new one. And I cannot change the world, but I'm afraid there isn't a new one coming. Fact number 2. Recently I learned that teeth are the only part of the human body that is not able to heal itself. And I hate that, because my family is a set of teeth. We've been building dental records instead of family trees. You see, my mother was a wisdom tooth. She didn't quite fit in. This pain I felt when she took up space, I never realized she was only trying to grow. Until God plucked her from the gums of my family's smile, leaving space. My family, bracing onto a memory to hold itself together. At night, I feel us grinding against each other, swallowing blood that tastes a lot like pride, biting our tongues as if apologies would fall out if we opened our mouths. Everything leaves a stain on our ivory relationships. I try to brush it off, but it seems if you ignore it, it will only get worse. Grief is a cavity we can't seem to get rid of, no cap. When I was a kid, I tried to tie myself to a doorknob, slam it shut, and remove myself. I was convinced God was a tooth fairy, surrounding himself with all the lost teeth, calls it heaven. It's funny, when your bloodline is connected to a diseased gum line, you have no choice but to watch it go down the drain. I haven't spoken to my sister in years, and I'm afraid if teeth don't heal, we will forever be two molars on opposite sides of a mouth, afraid to say, I love you. See, we've never been a perfect set. My family were good at looking clean on the outside like veneers, while dull and rotting underneath. We've been building dental records instead of family trees. Something to identify us with after we're gone. But the problem is, we ain't been doing much healing while we're still here. This third one is also based on fact, however the fact is not listed inside the poem, but it is factual events that it is based on. Let me tell you a story about the boy who cried, gun, even when there wasn't one. It seems everyone believed him. They said the wolf howled at the white moon too loud, or maybe it whistled. That part isn't clear. But still, the pigs came and blew down his house of sticks. When they pulled him out the river, it was clear he was just a boy they wrapped in wolf's clothing. Another time, it was the girl who cried gun. And this time, it wasn't a gun either. It was a taser, and it was in her own hands. Little Red Riding Hood reaching into her basket of tricks, and somehow, she was the one shot. Couldn't seem to get the story straight, or the weapon, or the apology that came after, but somehow, it was the wolf's fault. It always is. And another time, the boy cried gun, and this time, he was almost right. Even if it was just a toy gun. I wonder if the wolf used it to play cops and robbers, finally got to be sheriff and got robbed of his life. They say they couldn't tell that the wolf was smiling, or that he was just a kid, just that he showed his teeth, and that was enough to believe that they were in danger. Another time, and another time, and yet another time, the boy cried gun, and 46 shots hit the wolf's body, and then Goldilocks entered the wolf's home, made herself at home, cried gun. It's funny, breaking and entering was not the story there. Do you see how the story never really adds up? It just keeps changing. When you are the wolf, there is no happy ever after. No, once upon a time. This is not a fairy tale. You are just the bad guy in the story. Last night, I heard the boy cry gun. I felt my body tense up, hair stand on end, salivating at the thought of making it home safe. I imagine this is how it feels when a wolf faces a silver bullet. But I know it is up to the village to tell the story. So let me tell you the story. Where the wolf is just a boy, and the moon is just the moon. And when the cop yells gun, we make him prove it. Thank you. You guys are so beautiful. This is a really good view up here. I like this. All right, last one, real short. Another fact, just the facts. There are approximately 8.1 billion people on planet Earth and growing. Each person has their own genetic makeup and a fingerprint specific only to them. And here, We have a group of people special in their own way. Lovers, friends, creatives, and you. A cluster of stars circling a microphone galaxy, me, creator, made this poem in your image. Look how beautiful you are. I found a universe in your smile, and what is a God but something we imagine to understand ourselves? I awoke from a dream, standing alone on this stage, sent to remind you. Nothing is impossible when you are everything. Be everything. Be beauty. Be bold. Be you.